is this all you're doing?
It is.
Are you Old Nick?
Old Nick. You mean Satan?
Yes.
In this one, it's a lot. I mean, congratulations, it is a lot. Like, there are some scenes in there where how do you know, okay, we've reached our...
threshold.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's always a question when you have any kind of graphic violence in a film. It has to be there, and it has to be there, essentially. And I think in this movie, it's sort of these two ethos. You know, there's what Kelson's doing and then what the Jimmies are doing, and it's like the beauty and the bloodshed. And so the bloodshed and the beauty have to sort of be equal. And there's a lot of beauty in the movie. And so, but with this scene, I think it's really trying to be a bit confrontational and to be clear about what's there, but also not reveling in it. And also you modulate that when you show it to the audience. You see how they're reacting. If it's a bit much, you're like, okay, I'm pulling away. But it's a constant conversation.
This is a memorial to the dead.
Rafe, you've played so many great characters. This is honestly one of my favorites. And I think in the last film, one of the things that was so powerful was, I think Dr. Kelson actually changed how some people see death. The way you handle death, the character is so beautiful. I'm curious, where does he sit with you? What kind of relationship do you have with this
I feel
movie?
very close to him.
Yeah.
I like his kind of stoicism and calmness in relation to death. I like him because he's maintained he's obviously got some psychological resilience to have been doing this for a long time and not cracked or not gone mad or not killed himself. So there's some kind of calmness in him. When I read the scripts, I thought, what a great character. And especially when I loved the first one with the resolution with Jodie's character. But then the second one went to such a great place. I mean, I just felt so lucky to be asked to be part of it.
Who knew Dr. Kelson was such a good actor? Because he's like the Ray Fiennes of the Bone Temple. Because he has to also cultivate an incredible performance. We won't give too much away. There's a little picture on some of the posters. Was that freeing? Is that kind of a thing just freeing?
Yeah,
where you can kind of do what you want to do?
Well, Shelley Maxwell's great. I mean, because we started off in, how do you move, Rafe, to this? You know, sort of allowing me to find ways of, and then go, that feels good. So I loved it because she wasn't imposing a choreography on me.
Right.
And so I feel I can use my own physical instincts for that track, for that moment. I love having an excuse to let rip.
That was great. Yeah.
Are you more Iron Maiden or Duran Duran in real life?
Probably more Iron Maiden in there.
Okay, more Iron Maiden in there. One of the things that you said about Danny is the fact that he has this incredible way of nurturing sensitivity, which comes through in the film that he did obviously last year and his previous works. How did you cultivate and nourish that sensitivity?
Oh, wow. I mean, working with actors is one of my favorite parts of directing. And so the thing I really like to do is, one, have a really clear idea about the arc of all the characters, and then try to find the humanity in all of it. Because even in the violence, even in the darkest parts, you know, there's a scene where Kelson and Jimmy finally meet, and you really get to see Jimmy as a person for the first time, really. And so moments like that I really hold on to, and I try to just let the actors, I really trust the actors. I try to get out of the way of the actors and just try to be someone who can help bring to life what we all know needs to happen, as opposed to sort of, kicking down the door and being like, sit there, do this, you know? It's really about also being sensitive yourself to everything that's happening.
I love when Jimmy says you're easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Can I say he's very easy to talk to? Congratulations.
Thank
This
you
was
so
just
much,
excellent. I have to start with you, if you don't mind. I read an interview, or I watched an interview actually with you, where you talked about during your fighting days, you would have some post-fight depression where you started to empathize with your opponent. And in a way, I feel like that's one of the themes of this film, empathizing with your opponent.
Absolutely, yeah. The fight game is it's an emotional roller coaster for sure. It's not something that you take lightly. It's a sport. It's obviously a very largely received sport and a massive part of my life. But it got to a point where I started to feel the empathy after every fight. And I would sit, it's not too dissimilar from this setup here, where post-fight, you have a medic, sits with the two fighters, and I would just see this guy that I've just beaten up for money, and I would feel his kind of sorrow. You know, I could detach from the competition of it and just say, this is just a sport, this is what I do for a living. But some people, hold on to that with their life.
There's empathy in your character too. And I don't know if it's your eyes, your freckles. I mean, obviously you have speaking lines in this film, but you have such a way about showing empathy without really doing much of anything.
I think a lot of it actually is a testament to Nia too, the way that she shoots, and there's a lot of really intimate singles and move-in shots that make it. I don't really know the technicality of it, but I think the camera also has a lot to do with it. I don't know. I think it's also a lot of conversations and also looking at Alfie. He's the cutest kid in the world.
Yes.
So cute. There's only there's only so much you have to do when someone looks so innocent and so helpless. So yeah, I'd say a good scene partner.
How
really helps.
stunned were you? I know when I did the interviews for 28 Years Later, I was stunned that this was his feature debut. How stunned were you?
I know.
Incredible.
I've never seen
Incredible
anybody
young
that
man,
good that
yeah.
quick.
And he's so grown up in the way that he works. Like him on set is just, it's like a mini adult. It's
He
honestly
absorbs everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to be honest when I did interview Danny. I'm not usually a fan of these films. I was so moved by 28 Years Later, sobbed like a baby at the end, so moved by this one. When you guys watch this stuff on the big screen, what is that experience like for you?
I'm a blubbering mess. I don't know about you. Like,
Was
it
you-
gets
was you
me.
crying?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I cried during the first one.
I cried watching some of the ADR scenes.
Did you?
Yeah, actually, I was like, I could feel it. Yeah. And just the way that Alex writes, it really throws you into the story and allows for these emotional moments in what is ultimately a horror flick.
And I know that's your favorite genre.
Absolutely, yeah.
The horror films.
Yeah.
How many of your buddies said, please tell me you have a speaking line in this one? We won't give away whether he does or he doesn't, but were your friends, having watched the last ones, you talk at all? Or
Do you know what? I think real friends just appreciate anything that you do, whether
Yeah.
it is speaking or non-speaking. And my true friends just appreciate the fact that I'm living my dream.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
thank you.
By the way, I do have to say, I don't know what cologne you're wearing, but there is a chance that Samson smells really good in person. Just FYI.
Honestly, it's unreal.
No, I make it. It's not a name or anything. I just make it myself.
Do you really?
No, I actually do, yeah. I do.
Oh my God, this guy.
I know. I'm going to smell like this all day
What?
long. I
I'll
love
show
it.
you. I've got a little bottle. I'll get it. This is my little concoction.
Wow.
How does that help me? Are you going to sell this stuff, or this doesn't help me?
No, but you know what? This is my last one. I've got more at home, but I will gift this to you.
No,
and
you
can
don't.
take
No,
it with
you deserve it.
Absolutely fine.
And now, a leap into the unknown.